So, what are the parameters of the challenge? Well, I'll be free to play. I will use only rare, uncommon, and common champions from shards, and I'll be using login champions as well as any champion who is free and permanently accessible to all players. This includes Yakarl the Scourge from the Clan Shop, Drexlar Bloodtwin from the Tag Arena Bazaar, Doom Tower Secret Room champions, Arbiter, and permanent fusions like Razin. I still have not decided whether or not I wish to include Lady Mikage or her two legendary requisite champions in this, as the epics needed to fuse those ones aren't accessible outside of pulling shards, but I'm open to hearing your thoughts and opinions about it. I do know, however, that champions obtained through promo codes and limited time promotional champions like Rathalos Blademaster will not be included in this challenge because I want this series to be educational and teach players how to progress through the game using only the tools Plarium provides while also maintaining relevancy for as long as possible. If someone decides to check out this series 6 months from now and I'm just steamrolling all the content with a champion they don't have access to, it will be of no help to them. I want this series to be helpful and educational for as many people as possible for as long as possible. So with all of that out of the way, let's dive in. What's up, guys, and welcome to my free-to-play Rares Only Plus Week 2 progression check. So far, technically I'm on day 11, but I go back to work tomorrow and I won't be able to check back in with you guys until the weekend, so I figured I'd just do this now. Some updates. We unlocked the third slot of the Guardian Ring, and I've mentioned this before, but this isn't necessarily great for everyone, only if you're extremely active in the game. If you want to test if you are active enough in the game to justify unlocking these slots, put a 3-star champion in the free slot and see if it takes you less than a week to upgrade it from 1 to 30. If you do, it will give you valid return on your investment more quickly than you would get from the gem mine. So, if it takes you longer than a week, it's still going to be, it'll take longer for it to pay for itself, but you'll still get value from it, so it's just something to think about. Quick progression check. I'm in Gold Arena, Gold 1, and basically what I'm doing is hitting this refresh button once every 15 minutes, looking for easy free wins, collecting my medals, and then moving on. And for Tag Arena, it's basically the same scoop, looking for the free wins, and then collecting as many gold bars as I can. It usually takes me from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed to spend all my arena tokens and all my Tag Arena tokens. But we're making good progress in the Bazaar. As soon as this comes off cooldown, I'm going to buy another Drexlar fragment. The tiers just reset, so I just got a bonus 410, which is huge, because on the last 2 days before reset, it gets harder and harder to find those free wins, and it was excruciating trying to get the 360 on the second or third day. I don't remember which. On the second day before the reset. After reset, we got the 480, and we had enough bars, so it wasn't a big deal. Man, I literally, I was hitting the refresh button every 15 minutes, and I fell asleep on the couch, bored waiting for this button to turn blue. So that's been pretty rough, but we're on we'll have our 4th fragment of Drexlar, so 94 days, or 96 days, and we'll have Drexlar. That's really exciting. Oh, so at 6-star Shield Guard, I used Ralathos, whatever his name is, Blademaster, as a 5-star chicken, and I know on the last week's video, I was talking about potentially saving Dark Elhain. I decided to use her as a 4-star chicken, just to speed up the process, because I'm saving so many rares for faction wars and just future fusions and anything that I think has some utility that will help me somewhere in the game, whether it's Hydra, Doom Tower, Secret Rooms, whatever. I'm saving it, because even though this is a rares only challenge for the most part, it's going to take me a really long time to progress to Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. And with that said, my influx of shards is going to be a lot lower than it would be otherwise. So I might not ever pull any of these rares ever again. Or it could be years before I see them again. So I'm being very careful not to use anyone for food that I think is going to have some sort of utility on my account in one area or another. As far as Clan Boss goes, Aethel is going to be my next 6-star because I already bought her masteries. This is something I may have done prematurely. Before I 6-starred Shield Guard, I purchased his masteries, and I was going to use him as my campaign farmer, but at level 50 he was struggling, so I kind of panicked and went ahead and bought Aethel's masteries in case Shield Guard could not farm 12-3 at level 60. He does, and he does a great job. He does it just fine, so I'm not worried about that. Bless you. My cat is sneezing. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not. Like a lot. Anyway, he does farm 12-3 just fine. I prematurely pulled the trigger on her masteries. What I kind of regret doing it. What I wish I would have done instead was save the gems to unlock these last 2 slots, and then or hold the gems until I knew for sure that Shield Guard wasn't going to be able to farm. But it turns out he does. So, I really would like to make Gravechill Killer my next 6-star, but it doesn't really make sense. Even though she's great, she'll replace my War Maiden. She does the big version of decreased defense as long as the target's under poison, which she can apply 2 small poisons on her A3, and the big version of poison on her A1. So she's going to replace War Maiden. She'll be a strict upgrade there. But if the target's under poison sensitivity, then she places 2 of the big versions of poison. So if I ever get Frozen Banshee, or whenever I get Dark Kale, she's going to just go Super Saiyan and double her damage, basically. So this would have been a great next 6-star if I didn't already get Aethel's Masteries. But because I've already invested in this, and I'm going to be able to just click this button and get tons more clan boss damage, I think this is definitely the way to go. Also, I'd like to be able to farm Spider 10. The reason why Spider 10 is particularly good is because if you compare it to... Well, let me pull it up. We're going to go to Hell. I'll show you guys how to do this. I was going to edit this part out so it wouldn't be super boring, but I want to teach you guys how to use this website because it's an amazing tool. So you go to hellhades.com. That's H-E-double-hockey-sticks, Hades.com. You come up here, go to Raid Shadow Legends, and then you'll see a section called Tools. You go to the Raid Stages tool right here. And then for choose encounter type, you go to Dungeons, choose encounter, you pick the dungeon you want. So we're going to go to Spider's Den first, and then stage select difficulty, we're going to say normal, and stage, we're going to say 10. And then right here where it says rewards, you click the little plus sign to drop that menu down. And you can see there's a 49% chance of dropping a 5-star uncommon, a 24.54% chance of dropping a rare 5-star, and 8.18 of an epic 6-star. So between the epic 6 or 5-star, the rare 5-star, and the uncommon 5-star, you have about an 80% chance to get a 5-star piece of gear. So if you're looking for like early game clan boss, getting accuracy main stat on your banners is at the 5-star level is going to be really good. So Spider 10 is a great place to farm early when you're trying to gear your first clan boss team. Even though it's just uncommon, like I think it's like 78 accuracy for an accurate 5-star accuracy banner. And that goes a really long way. So I want to farm Spider 10. Now I went to check to see if it does this with other ones, and it does not. So we're going to Dragon's Lair, normal, stage 10, and then rewards. You see it's just the 25% chance here, the 6% chance here, but now you unlock half a percentage of a chance to get legendary rather than the uncommon. Now, the reason why I think that is because you can go to campaign and farm gear for your weapon, helm, chest, shield, hands, and boots, but you can't really farm accessories from campaign, which is why I think Spider 10 is that way. So what I'd really like to do is get my Aethel to 6-star And I believe she should be able to solo Spider 10, in theory. And that will be huge for my account because then I can farm accessories and food at the same time. My Shield Guard can do Dragon 10 really easily. He can also do Ice Golem 11. So this is what I was doing during the Ice Golem event. I was doing that with Dragon in the Dragon event. And I'd like to get Aethel ready for Spider so I could farm food. Also, with Aethel having masteries already, I'll have 2 fully mastered champions, which will make it a lot easier and a lot faster for me to grind masteries on everyone else and Minotaur thereafter. So that's what I got going on there. Clan versus Clan is coming up. So what I'm doing is I'm saving all my energy until that starts. I've got food champions to rank up. I'm waiting for Clan vs. Clan to start there. So it's like free points. Like, why not wait and do it now? I'm not ready to take those yet. Also, I've been clearing out these challenges whenever I can, because there's books and shards up here. I need to work on these eventually. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. The missions, I'll get this when I'm ready to 6-star Aethel, and then we'll be on our way. So yeah, those are my priorities. Number 1 priority is get Aethel to level 60. So right now there's a champion training tournament going on, and I am very motivated to not only pick up these gems, this ancient shard, but also this void shard. I'm currently in 5th place, but I haven't spent any of my energy from today. I'm saving it all for CVC, and that starts in a couple hours. But man, this void shard is potentially huge for my account. This could be my first Cold Heart. This could be my first Reliquary Tender. This could be my first Seducer. Seducer would be so huge for Clan Boss for me early on. Like, I am extremely motivated to pick up this void shard. So that's what I'm going for right now. Also, it just happens to be that I'm in a position where I want to 6-star my Aethel. So that just kind of works out. So short term, using gems for energy refills to farm food will advance my account faster in the very short term. But again, this is not one of those 3-month... I'm not participating in the free-to-play series that Hell Hades and the rest of the content creators are doing. This is my own independent thing, and I'm not just going to abandon this account in 3 months. This is my new Raid Shadow Legends account, and I'm going to play it until I beat the game. So however long that takes is however long I'm going to play the game on this account. So I'm thinking very, very long term. So Sparring Pit long term is priority number 1 after getting 6 stars. And then once I've got the Sparring Pit unlocked, then next I will invest in the Gem Mine. So anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in another video soon. And until next time, take care.